looking for practical ways that you can use AI in your classroom, keep on watching. Because today I'm going to share with you 3 applications of artificial intelligence in a classroom. Hi, I'm Mary Howard, and I'm a 6th grade teacher, and I teach ELA and science. And what we're going to look at today are 3 tools and 3 instructional strategies that can help you use AI. The first application that we're going to look at is writing with specificity. This is our target skill, and we're going to look at using AI art tools and prompting strategies to help support student language and writing skills. As an overview to the project, our primary goal with this project is to have students use specific language to describe a daily picture that was generated with AI to see how close they can come to the actual image using select word choice. The website I'm going to show you today is called Twin Pix. Let's go ahead and get a closer look. This is Twin Pix, and the goal of this website is to have students take a look at the image that they see. There's going to be a daily picture, and they have 100 characters to describe the picture that they see. One of the reasons I really like this task is because as a teacher, I'm always encouraging my students to be specific with their word choice when they're writing. So with their 100 characters, the students have to be as specific and detailed as possible in order to get this site to generate a duplicate or as close as possible image to the one they see on the screen. And so here is a sample of how you would prompt this particular site. I'm going to ask it to create a colorful mandala design of a frog sitting on a lily pad, and then add some color into it so it can be more specific with the color. This is what you're going to ask students to do as well each time they see a daily pic. The AI bot then processes your prompt and generates what it thinks you want them to create. Using Twin Pix is great because they come up with the image, but this project could be duplicated using any one of these AI art tools, where the teacher creates the AI picture and students have to prompt to see if they can duplicate that picture. We're now moving on to our second application. This is chatbot interaction, where we use a chatbot to provide mentor text and model writing to support student language. But before we dive into the details, I want to talk briefly about what a chatbot actually is. So a chatbot is defined as a computer program designed to simulate conversation with human users. There are many different chatbots out on the market. Our first example over here is ChatGPT. Many of us have heard of ChatGPT. Another example is Codebreaker's Byte. And finally, we have Magic School, which is free for teachers, which has a built-in chatbot called Raina. For our example, we're going to use Codebreaker's Byte. The reason I'm using this one is because it is free and it does not require any login. And what makes an application considered a chatbot is its prompting structure, where it seems like it's a texting conversation or a back and forth discussion with prompt and response. And so for our project overview, the goal of this project is to have students interact and prompt a chatbot to retrieve a paragraph that corresponds with a specific tone, setting, as well as characters. It's going to be something that they imagine, and then they're eventually going to illustrate the story that's generated by the AI chatbot. This project starts by sharing a list of tone words with the students. We're trying to get them to select one tone word and then have the chatbot generate a paragraph based on that tone word. So in terms of classroom instruction, we're going to begin by talking to students about exactly what tone is in an author's piece of writing before we move on to the AI part of this lesson. Once students have a good general idea of what tone is and means, you can now move on to a set of student directions. For step 1, students need to brainstorm a tone word that they want to hear a story about. Step number 2, they're going to design the characters and come up with descriptions for characters that they want to include in this story. Step number 3 is they're going to establish a setting for the story. And then finally, step number 4 is they are going to access codebreakeredu.com/chat. This is where Byte is located. And here, they're going to prompt it to generate their story. And here's what the chatbot looks like. This is Byte, and it's a free chatbot that requires no login. So what the students do is they type in the prompt space just beneath the words, "Hi, how can I help you?" So the objective here is for students to craft a prompt so that Byte will generate a story about the characters they've created as well as the setting and tone word that they selected. In the case of my story, I've chosen the tone word whimsical, and I'm asking Byte to write a short story about Luther and his friend Clayton the crab. Once the story is generated, students are going to want to review it and see if it meets their needs. They can certainly follow up with additional prompts in order to get it to generate exactly what it is that the students are looking for. The final aspect of this project is to have students visualize the paragraph along with that tone word in some way. They can do this through drawing, but what I like to do is I like to do it through 3D design. This is a particular site known as cospaces.io, so the students could add these VR 3D characters as well as the paragraph that the AI wrote in order to generate their scene depicting the tone in a paragraph that they established. Needless to say, the students really love doing the 3D design, but it's not necessary. The best part is getting the students involved in using the AI application, getting it to write a paragraph, and having them recognize that it's representing the tone or generating the mood that they selected in the project. Now, we're going to look at our third application. In our third application, we're going to use AI art to generate what I call hybrid creatures. So we're going to use AI art to generate a creature that the students imagine, and then we're going to have students write about the habitat, the ecosystem, and characteristics of this imagined creature. To do this project, we're going to go to a website called Canva, and we're going to use an AI art generator built in to the Canva website. I like to call this project the Canva creature, because students are literally designing a creature using AI. So step 1 of this project is students need to choose 4 to 6 words from a list of Latin stems. Here's a list of some choices that I've given to the students, and this list is available to the link that I'm going to share at the end of the slide deck. Once they have a pretty good idea of what they want their creature to look like, they're going to go here to this creature card in Canva. Again, the link will be shared at the end of the slide deck. If they select elements and then generate your own, it opens the AI art generator in Canva. Here, they're going to type the description of the creature they'd like to create. They have an option of various styles they can select. I'm just going to choose anime for this example. They then click Generate. They can click Regenerate as well if they don't like the options it's creating. Once they like it, they drag and drop it onto the creature card. The final part of this lesson is to have students generate paragraphs or statements describing their creature, its habitat, its abilities, skills, diet, behavior, origin, or anything else that you feel suitable for the project. Needless to say, my students just love generating and sharing their creative Canva creatures. If you'd like a downloadable project starter for the Latin word root creature, here's a link on the page. I hope you enjoyed these AI applications for students. Good luck!